Okay, so if you wear a hearing aid, like maybe one of the ones you see right here, are you wearing it correctly? How do you get the most benefit out of your device? So, Dr. Rebecca Brashears from Ascent Audiology and Hearing is here to help you make sure. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yes, and you brought all kinds of things for us to look at here.
I did.
Yes.
So one of the things we were going to talk about is consistency of use. And so it doesn't matter what type of hearing aid you have, whether you have the ones that sit in the ear or the ones behind, it's really important to keep wear them pretty much all the time if you can. So some patients might think, oh, I can just put them in every once in a while and get the most benefit. Well, that's not really how your brain works. So you have to kind of think about, how long have I had this hearing loss? My brain has to relearn to hear again. So it's really important to make sure that you wear them every day, and then you'll do better than, say, that person that maybe puts them in once or twice a week.
Yeah, don't save them for church and going out to dinner. You got to use them all the time.
Yes.
Okay, talk about the care and maintenance of them, because I see you have a few things here.
Yes, so I mean, it's extremely important to keep them clean, and a lot of patients don't think about that. So if you're, say, the end of your hearing aid right here has a little white piece, if that gets stopped up with wax, you're not going to hear good. Or say there's dirt on the outside of your hearing aid that includes that microphone, you're not going to hear as good. So it's really important every night to grab whatever cleaning tool that your audiologist gave you and to brush off the end that goes in the ear. Same with the behind the ear, you have a part that goes in, brush it off. I brought some of these little wax guards that are common for different manufacturers, and these little sticks can change that little white piece on the end, and I'm telling you, it can make a world of a difference if there's a little bit of wax in there. I mean, I'll have patients that call me up and say, Dr. Brashears, my right hearing aid's not working, I'm not hearing out of it all of a sudden, and that's what I have them do at home, and immediately it fixes the issue. Now, it's not going to fix everything, but that's a way to kind of troubleshoot at home. I also brought some wipes too. There's special wipes that are good for hearing aids, so you don't want to just use anything. Make sure that it's safe, you know, for your hearing aid. I even brought one of those little dry jars. We've talked about these before. And that, in case you get any moisture in your hearing aid, that's something that you can put your hearing aid at night, and it's going to dry it out and help prevent any moisture damage.
And that can happen if you're maybe vacationing at the beach, around a swimming pool, get splashed a little bit there. How long does it typically take a user to really get good at wearing their hearing aid and taking care of it?
So it depends on the person, and it depends too how long they've had their hearing loss. So, you know, with that consistent usage, I'm going to go back to that because that honestly is
so important.
The key. So if you're wearing your hearing aids every day and you're working with your provider, your audiologist, then, you know, it takes everyone a little bit different, but maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to feel like you're getting more confident. Now, with my patients, what I typically do is they come in for a fitting of the hearing aids where we practice everything, but I see them back 2 weeks and then another 2 weeks. That way we're helping them get to the point that they need to be. So again, it's going to be different for everybody, but a lot of patients, you know, if you're consistent by the end of that first month, they're already doing pretty well.
That is good, because I would imagine it would be a little frustrating at first, trying to get used to everything.
So
you probably get a lot of phone calls.
Yes, and I always do follow-up calls to make sure they're doing okay, because you never know what kind of issues might come up. Practice is the key too, so always practice over and over again, putting them in the ears, even if you get it the first time. That way you feel a little more confident.
That is a good tip. Any final thoughts or reminders for anyone who maybe they just have gotten a hearing aid? Well,
realistic expectations is key. So you don't want to think that the hearing aids are going to fix everything, because we can't bring back that natural hearing that you might have had years ago. So it's important to realize that, you know, you're going to get improvement, but everything's not going to be perfect. Also, having support from family and friends. You know, we don't want them to have unrealistic expectations and think you can hear anything too. So we want everybody to be on the same page and supportive of each other.
That's a good reminder.
Yes.
And before we let you go, if someone wants to make a phone call and come in and get their ears checked, what's the best way?
Just give me a call at 304-948-5565. I'm just on the corner of 6th Avenue and 9th Street here in Huntington.
Well, great. Well, Dr. Brashears, thanks so much for stopping by and sharing how we can better use our hearing aids and take good care of them.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right.